What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys my updated WWE and AEW wrestling action figure collection. I have picked up quite a few new figures here in the past year. Um, since coming back to YouTube, guys, about 2 or 3 years ago, I think I've only done like 3 videos of, sharing with you guys all my updated wrestling figures. And I feel like I need to start doing more of these often. But when I say often, I mean once I pick up, whether it's one or multiple figures, I should start updating on my channel here. So I might start doing that. But with that being said, I do have quite a new figures I want to share with you guys here. And just to note that most of these I've picked up at Target stores, Walmart's. I think maybe one of these I picked up at a GameStop store, but there are 2 or 3 of them I've picked up of a website called Ringside Collectibles, and I'm sure most of you guys who do collect a lot of wrestling action figures have gotten from their website, especially ones are very rare to find or are going to be very hard to find in stores. So with that being said, guys, let's dive into the collection here and share with you all the new figures I've picked up. Now, the first two, and you see one of them right here at the start of this video, are pop figures. So the first one is one of my all-time favorite managers, Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, as they call him. This one, when it got announced, I definitely had to have it. I do have a couple buddies that, I hang out with. We're big wrestling fans, wrestling collectors as well. We both wanted these pop figures here, and I ordered these. Well, first off, when they got announced, I emailed the Funko Pop website, which I bought these off of. I emailed them, and what they would do is send you a notification back saying these are available to purchase. So when I got that, it took almost 3 months for these to, get shipped to my house. And because I actually bought one of these for one of my buddies for Christmas. So I finally just gave it to him about a week or so ago. But I did buy one for myself too. So yeah, I'm very glad I got this. Cool pop figure there. Like I said, Jimmy Hart's one of my favorite pop figures. So yeah, I look forward to seeing Jimmy again. I've met Jimmy Hart multiple times, and he's always cool to meet. But definitely going to have him sign this the next time I see him there. And the second pop figure is Jay Cargill. I believe this is also part of the Jimmy Hart, pop figure series. But I really like this actually too. It's pretty shiny too. You could see the borderline around the red right there, all that silver lining right there. Yeah, I had to pick this up too, especially how shiny it is. It's Jade's first pop figure. Probably will be her only pop figure, but yeah, it's definitely cool. How shiny the silver. Yeah. So actually, this is not part of the same series as the Jimmy Hart one, so I apologize. But yeah, there's all the different ones there. But I was glad I got this here. Good mint condition as well. So anyways, that is the 2 wrestling pop figures I've picked up. Now we'll dive into the AEW action figures I've picked up. And I only have 3 to share in this video here. So the first one is Will Nightingale. This one I got at Target as well. She does have another edition, which I think is like a Chase edition. And I know that was going to be hard to find and certainly be very expensive to buy online. But I'm glad I got this one here. I met Willow about 2 years ago during WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia at WrestleCon. And I had her sign the AEW ring. But this figure was not available yet. I think it took a year after I met her that it, finally came available. But I picked this up, and certainly down the road we'll have her sign this here. So, but yeah, Willow was really cool to meet. The next one Now, this one was one of the hardest ones to find, was Sky Blue. Um, I'm very fortunate I got this. I got this at Walmart, I believe it was. And I was, like I said, very fortunate to get this, but this this is a tough figure to find anywhere. I did find one, actually, somewhere down in Fort Myers, not too long ago, and I texted a couple buddies of mine and say, "Hey, there's a Sky Blue Sky Blue AEW figure available," which was shocking to me because I was surprised it hasn't been bought yet. But yeah, I had to get this right away because I knew hers was going to be very tough to find. And like I said, I'm very fortunate to find this one. I met Sky Blue during the same weekend as well in WrestleCon in Philadelphia, and Sky Blue was really cool too. So, but I like this figure. So I look forward to meeting her again and get that signed there. The next one, or actually the final AEW figure, is Mariah May, or AKA Blake Monroe in WWE now. This one I think came right available when she officially got or officially debuted in WWE. But I had to get this one. I like the figure. Obviously, I like the belt inside there. Yeah, it's a cool little figure there. So I don't see any of these in stores anymore, too. As a matter of fact, I was just at the Scaradise convention in Tampa, Florida, and I did see this one there, and they were asking quite a bit for this one, but it was definitely not in mint condition like this one is, but very glad I got that one there. All right, then we're going to go to our, I guess you want to call it the basic figures. Forgive me as I try to get stuff organized here. Get that out of the way. All right, so here we go. We've got 3 basic figures. The first one is Maxine Dupree, which I think this one is a Chase edition. I think. I have to research about that. But yeah, I saw this one. As soon as I think a buddy of mine texted me and said, hey, these figures are available now at Walmart. I went right away to Walmart to see what I can pick up. But yeah, I like Maxine Dupree. She's definitely become one of the most likable wrestlers in WWE right now. So hopefully one day I get to meet her and have her sign her figure. But I like these main event figures too. So that's one of the basic figures I've gotten. I've got 2 more here. Next one here is Thea Hale. And this is a Chase edition, I know for sure. And it's funny, by the way. There are 1 or maybe 2 Walmarts that I've gone into. And I mean, the Chase editions are gone. But the standard ones, I'm still seeing quite a bit in the stores. I'm surprised they haven't discounted them yet because they're just not going off the shelf. But like I said, this one I got too was a Chase edition. I had to get it. So happy to get that and hopefully get her to sign that down the road. But Thea Hale is another likable one on NXT. A lot of people are liking. And the final basic figure is Kiana James, who I've definitely become a fan of. I think she's definitely going to have a bright future in WWE. I was glad that they put her in the Elimination Chamber matchup over the weekend. But yeah, Kiana James, I liked in NXT, and I was very happy for her to get pushed to the big leagues on WWE Raw or SmackDown. I think she's on. But she's doing a good job, and like I said, I think she's going to be going to have a great career in WWE. But anyways, cool figure. Definitely get her to sign this down the road. All right, and then our next ones, I have 2 duo action figures I've picked up, and I knew these are going to fly off the shelf and not be available. And this one here, I right away bought this one when it was on the shelf, and I actually went back, I think, the next day, and they still had maybe 2 or 3 left, and they were gone. They were bought, immediately. But This one is the Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio dual figure. Like this one here. These two are definitely become a very likable couple in WWE. I like obviously the belt is in the package here. And of course, as you know, Liv Morgan will be challenging for that title at WrestleMania. So I wish her the best of luck going forward again. But yeah, I definitely like this dual figure. Hopefully down the road I can get both of them to sign it. I think I've got another solo figure and a pop figure for Liv to sign too. So I don't know how soon I can get all three of those signed, but it's hard getting these guys, especially how much they're charging for autographs to get signed. So I don't know if I'll be able to get all of them to sign, or Liv Morgan to sign all of them simultaneously. And then the next one is a duo of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I like, obviously, they got the tag team belt in here. And these two became a force when they joined forces a couple years back. I did see them team up with Naomi at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia when they met. What are they called? The tag team of Dakota Kai, Damage Control. And it was obviously Jade Cargill's first WrestleMania, her first like actual match. I mean, I know she was in the Rumble, but it was like her first actual match in wrestling, and she definitely had a great performance that night. But these two, like I said, became a dominant force when they were tag team, and I thought, you know what, this would be a cool one to get, especially with the belt in here. I thought it'd be a cool one for both of these to sign. I meet them down the road. But yeah, and I don't know what's going on with Bianca, by the way, too, guys. I know she had that finger injury. She's been out for a year, so hopefully she gets back pretty soon. And if she does, I'm sure they'll probably do a rivalry between these two. All right, and the next ones are all of my Elite figures. Actually, I do have one that's a Ultimate Edition, and I don't get a lot of these, by the way, guys, these Ultimate figures, because they are pretty pricey, but there's certain ones I do like, and I do want to find another one. It's a Bayley one. It's got like her outfit from WrestleMania 40, and I like to get that one only because I saw Bayley win the title at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. But I picked up this Tiffany Stratton one. I do have another figure of her. I think it's her very first figure, if I'm not mistaken. It's an Elite figure, which I shared with you guys on this channel sometime last year. So I have two of them right now. I did like this one, obviously, because it's got the Money in the Bank briefcase in there. So, like I said, these, I'm not like super crazy about these figures. I mean, they are cool looking. But man, these stores just ask too much for these ones. But I thought this would be a cool one to have, and maybe down the road have Tiffany sign. So yeah, really cool. All right, now we get to our Elite ones here, and I have four of them. The first one is Lola Vice. Certainly one that's becoming very popular. She's pretty big on NXT. I thought she was going to get promoted to Raw or SmackDown, but I read reports that I guess they're not ready to put her on the big shows yet, so they're going to keep her on NXT for a little bit. But again, she is becoming pretty popular, and I found this figure. I wanted to get it as soon as I found it here. And yeah, cool figure. So yeah, I'd like to get her to sign that down the road. But yeah, definitely a cool one there. Next one here is Lyra Valkyrie. This one here I found at Target as well. This one, as soon as I saw it, I said, that's mine. I definitely had to get it. She's definitely becoming a popular one. I like how they have the belt in there too. Yeah, so she's definitely becoming a popular one. Yeah, definitely in good condition as well. So definitely glad to get that one there. Now the next two, or I should say the last two, these ones I bought off Ringside Collectibles because I knew, I'm not saying 100% that they won't be available in stores, but where I live at, it's very difficult to find some of the most popular wrestling action figures here because I don't even know if they even get them in the stores, people buy them right away, or what's going on. But I knew I had to buy them off their website here. So the first one is Julia, who I'm a big fan of. I think Julia's definitely become, one of the popular wrestlers out there. I mean, I don't like how they're utilizing her on SmackDown right now. I mean, I feel that she can definitely be. I think they could do a better storyline than what they're doing with her. But either way, she's still one of my favorites in WWE right now. Great performer. Obviously, I've seen her matches in Japan and other wrestling companies that she's performed at. And I didn't know much about her, but I started watching her matches. Like, a matter of fact, one of the first matches I watched with her was against Megan Bayne. If you don't know her, she's in AEW, but they fought out in, I think, Japan. And I was watching this girl. I was like, man, this girl's really good. And she eventually got, promoted to WWE. Well, she went to NXT first. And certainly became a big star in NXT. And then, she wasn't there, as long as I thought she would be. And she got promoted to WWE. And she's, listen, she's doing a good job. She's a terrific performer to watch, but I just hope that they can do some better things with her as far as give her a better storyline, But she definitely has a good career and cool figure though too. And the last one, and I will tell you guys, as soon as I saw this become announced, I had to get it because I knew her figure would not be available in stores, and that is Stephanie Baker. She is definitely one of my favorites in the company. Of course, she is still one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE right now. I just knew that this was her first figure. I said, I'm going to have to buy it because I just feel 99.9% sure this figure was not going to be available in stores. And of course, if I go to a convention and there's one available, I'm sure it's going to be quadruple the price than what you could buy it in stores. But I just had to pull the trigger and get this here, and I'm very happy that it came in mint condition. Like I said, a real cool figure. And I know this is, of course, one of the things I do like what they put on these figures, guys, it's just like the Julia one over here as well, is first time in line. I like how they do that. I don't think they did do one on Loa Vice here. I was just looking at it. But, yeah, I like how they put that there. But obviously, I'm very thankful I got this figure and glad to add it to the collection. So hopefully one day I can get to meet her. I mean, she's definitely on my top of my list as far as meet and greets are concerned. So hopefully down the road I can meet her. So anyways, guys, this will conclude the video. Leave your comments and questions below, and I'll certainly get back to them as soon as I can. And hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Later, guys.